Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. As always, I live in a small community that have big, loud, annoying trucks that go by, so you will definitely be hearing that in the background. But today I wanted to talk to you about goal setting and my Q1 goals and how well I did and what my Q2 goals are. So let's get started with that. So I use the HB90 goal setting system from Heart Breathings from Sarah Cannon, and I have it in this Erin Condren Agin Folio. It's a ring binder. So Heart Breathing sells the goal system on her Etsy store, and I took the class that she offers like 2.5 years ago, I think. And I find that I go back and forth on whether it's being effective, because I published a book last year, but I don't know if that's the goal system, probably partly. But it's also that I, found friends in the writing community and they, keep me accountable. So it's probably like, and I finally got closer. I don't know. Because I start the year, I printed, it's the goals planner. She has different versions on, that's what I was saying earlier. She has different versions of the planner on her Etsy store. And so she has a yearly planner that just has the goal system in it, and that's it. And then she has quarterly planners that have daily and weekly planning sheets in it. So I opted into the last year to get the goals planner, the yearly planner. So it only has the goal setting pages in it, and then it also has the monthly pages and weekly set your intentions and review pages, weekly check-ins basically. And so I went through the coursework a little before, actually I think it was January 1st. Like, I don't think I set my goals until that last week of December. I honestly don't know at this point. I probably should put a date on like when I set them. But I went through the system, I answered the questions, I wrote down stuff that I knew needed to be done, what I should do, and what I really wanted to do. I color coded everything. It was fun time. I love planning. I buy goal systems just to check them out and to play with them. And one of the aspects of this system are HP90 task blocks, and these represent how many hours you have in each week. And so when I first did this, I had 52 task blocks, and so I was like making my plan off of the 52. And then I think even before I got to really starting the quarter, I realized that probably wasn't a good number. Like 52 just seemed like a lot of time. So I redid it and got 49. So I went down, but I still had, let me show you. Let me open this. So it looks like this, and this is just 6 to 12. And so I colored in when I couldn't work, so that's all the gray. And then I colored in, like, the purple is like when I should write, green I think is YouTube, and then admin and planning colors over here. And so I went through and did this on this sheet, and I came up with 49. So I did that. I decided what my goals were. I skipped over the goals. Okay, so Q1, my quarter goals. Goal 1 was to publish quality books to raise my income, and I had 3 set income dollars per month is what I was going for. My goal 2 was to create valuable content in order to raise my subscribers here on YouTube. And then I had some subscriber counts that I wanted to hit in that quarter. And then goal 3 was to create effective ads in order to increase followers. And this was basically my Instagram goal. And again, I have 3 different Instagram followers that I was trying to hit. So those were the goals that I were trying to hit. And so I pulled out a sheet from my daily grind, a blank paper, and I did a quarter 1 review because I was not using the system. Just to show you what so here's week 1, so you could see you have like an intentions of what you're planning to do, and then you mark if you did it, and then you have like a reflection, a review process each week. And so according to the first week, I worked 33%. So I had 52 task blocks that I could use, and I only used 17 of them. The next week, I used 20 of them, so I'm at 38%. So I did a little bit better. The third week, I did 8. The fourth week, I did 5. And the fifth week, I did 14. So yeah, I was all over the place. And then I did do the January review. It had January questions and review. So when I got to February, I filled out the first week in February, but I never came back and listed actually what I did. So, and then I just stopped tracking. I did not do the February review. I didn't do any March dates. It's currently March 21st. This is about the week that you would replan for the next quarter in this system. But I didn't do the March review. I didn't do the quarterly review in here. And so I think one of the problems was I put it in this, and then I promptly shut it, closed it, and put it on my shelf. And I had to actively remember each week to pull it out and, plan. And you wouldn't think that would be a big deal for a planner such as myself, but obviously I did not pull it out to do. It just wasn't something that I deemed important, important enough. So I got cold, so I had to put a sweatshirt on. So we talked about quarter 1 goals. Now my quarter 1 review. So I went through my notes for my quarter 1 planning, and I put all the projects in each of the categories. So I have 3 of the goals, and so I gave it a value. I didn't work on any publishing books goal. So my goal 1 was all about writing and creating and publishing quality books. I didn't work on any writing goals. My next thing was valuable content. I wanted to update my intro and outro for my YouTube videos. I ended up updating the intro. I'm not too crazy about it, but I did update it. And then I was gonna plan videos and plan shorts, and I did that, but I stopped. I don't think I posted anything in February. And then, so I think I went a whole month with nothing posting. So I did do some shorts in February, but I didn't do any videos. So I did do some of this. So I gave myself a 3 out of 5 on this, because I did do some, and then I restarted posting in March. I think I missed the first week, but I got the 11th, and I have stuff ready for next week already. So for the end of March, I'm covered. So I gave a 3 out of 5 for my valuable content. And then my effective ads, I don't know at this point if they're effective, but I gave myself a 3 out of 5 because I did get all of my Instagram posts scheduled, in a scheduler, because in social media, like I like doing YouTube and making videos and even editing. Sometimes I really like to do, but Instagram posts I don't like doing, and I don't like stories. Like I don't mind consuming other people's content, but actually making my own content for Instagram, for Reels and like TikToks and stuff like that, I don't particularly like doing it. So very proud that I did schedule posts to go on Instagram. So I did do that. But overall, my main goal was my writing, and I didn't do that at all. So that is like, ugh. So I reflected on that. So then I kind of, I took another blank sheet and I kind of wrote out some new goals for next quarter, what I wanted to do, and like went through things that I possibly wanted to do. And then I looked at this list and I'm like, maybe that's too much. So then I made another one and I broke this down into 4 goals. And so I did, this is the HB90 goal planning sheets. This is the quarter 2 worksheets. So like the monthly and the weekly stuff. And so I went in and put due dates on my April calendar. And then I have already set up my first week in April, which starts on the 1st, which is great. Monday is the 1st. So I went ahead and scheduled that. So I have this and I put it in these like floating ring. They're like portable, I guess. They're not really in. And then I just put whatever these are called. Dashboards. They're like dashboards to put in the ring binder, but I'm using them as a front and back cover. And so I have this and I plan to just like stick this in with my other planner so that it hopefully is easier to grab and I have it when I have time to like update it. One of the main changes that I did, oh, I think it's in the other book. One of the other changes I made when I did the task blocks, I did the same concept, but I ended up with 40. So it's still quite a lot of time to work. Okay, so it is less time, it is 40 compared to my 52.49 from last quarter, but I feel pretty good about the 40. So based on the 40, I honestly rounded down to 500 task blocks for the whole quarter. And so I decided instead of putting like a monetary value on my goals that I would do something that I could control, which is not what the course recommends. I felt really sad when I got to the end of the quarter and then I didn't hit my monetary goals. So, because I can't control monetary. People are either gonna buy my book or they're not gonna buy my book. You know, I can promote it and I can talk about it, but it's up to someone else on whether they buy the book. So I wanted to be able to control the goals for this quarter because I need to get back to writing or I'm gonna mess up I've already messed up my publishing schedule that I wanted to do, but I'm kind of hopeful that if I can get back on track in April, that I can possibly catch back up to what I had originally planned to publish. Just the book 2 is gonna come out late and book 3 might look like it's early. Though I have a lot of writing to do for book 3. I haven't got book 2 done, so I need to do that. Quarter 2, my goal 1, I have 4. I broke out my goals in 4s. So this was kind of like brainstorming page. My first goal is to spend 20 task blocks per week on writing, which I'm considering drafting something or editing something, outlining something, not like researching how to do something or reading books. That doesn't count. My goal number 2 is to create engagement on my socials to boost community by replying to 4 posts/videos per week. So I've determined that I'm gonna try to respond or comment on 2 Instagram posts and 2 YouTube videos that I watch to create some engagement with other people and see how that goes. So I'm excited about that one. Though I have found YouTube is pretty easy to comment because I'm watching planner or writing stuff. So it's pretty easy to comment. But on Instagram, I want to connect with readers of urban fantasy. And I've been searching hashtags that are related to urban fantasy. And a lot of the posts are like years old. So I'm still working on tweaking how to do that. Yeah, I'm excited to create that engagement. And then my 3rd goal is to create valuable content through website and newsletter for readers and writers. So I just redid my website. It is functional, it's working. You can now buy my book on my website if you choose. Okay, so I redid my website. It's functional, it's working. If you wanted to buy my book as an ebook, you can buy it on my website, and that's cool. I will eventually be putting up a physical copy to buy, paperback, and then signed paperbacks if you want. I just haven't done it yet. So that is up. But I still need to like put some more information like on Ember series and like just some fun stuff for readers to find. And then I also, part of my new website has a blog, and so I would like to blog weekly is what I decided. Yes, I want a blog weekly, and I found some questions on the internet, and so I think each blog will be a question, and I will summarize the question and then answer it from my perspective and put that out there. So those are my 3 goals, and then I split those 3 goals into 3 areas. So I have my writing area, my social media area, my business area, and my YouTube area. So it's kind of what I have planned. I have it that I scheduled out 500 task blocks for the quarter. So every available project that I have planned will be, hopefully I can do it. I think the one thing I struggle with is I might have 500 task blocks for the quarter, but if I want to do so many each week, that's where I have trouble, because I can't. Sometimes I need to do one project and then move on to the next project, and that I have too many for each week to do, too many task blocks for each week when I only have 40 to do. So I figured what my first week, I have 20 task blocks for writing because I would like to do 20 task blocks, and then I figured it would take 1 task block to comment on someone's post or YouTube video. So 1 task block, that's 30 minutes. And then for YouTube to do videos each week, I have 5 task blocks, because it usually takes me 30 minutes to an hour to film, and then an hour to edit, and then an extra 30 minutes to upload and do like the thumbnail and stuff like that. So on average, it's 5. And then I have 3 task blocks for blogging, and then I have 10 task blocks for Grace's story, because I would like to start working on Grace's story. I've gotten some really interesting thoughts about her story and like what it's going to be about, so I would like to spend 10 task blocks on that. And then I did put an AM and PM workout, because I would like to spend 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening doing a workout. And so that is 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So that's 40 task blocks. That's how I've broken my first week up in April to work on. And so The only other thing I have is this. This is a Post-it brand, Erin Condren, and it has all 12 months. I've already pulled off January and February, and I kind of just do pre-planning on this, and then I have like the planning for my critique partners on here, and just so I know what's up. And then my first initial pre-planning I did in pencil, which I'm glad, because there's a lot of things, like I was thinking about doing a Ream subscription in July, and I don't think at this point, I'm not to Q3, I'm not to July, but I think right now at this point I'm not gonna do a Ream subscription. I can't seem to do the bare minimum, so I don't think I need to add that to my plate right now. So my goal is to keep this and this with my planner. That way it's easy, hopefully easy to like pick up and do the planning in it. The last few weeks I've not done any planning at all. My planner has been bare. It hasn't even had like stickers in it because I just wasn't in the mood to do that. So most of my past weeks have been just ink pen, and that's been it. So that is my current Q2 plan. Please let me know down in the comments if you are ready for Q2 or if you're still going to be planning. I think this video comes out on April 1st, so it's definitely okay if you haven't planned by April 1st. You still have time. You can plan whenever you want, and you can replan too. If like you start and like 3 weeks in, you're like, nope, I can't do this, because you know I started with 52 task blocks in Q1 and I went to 49, and clearly both of those numbers were too big for me. So I'm really hopeful that the 40 task blocks that I gave myself this quarter for Q2 will be great and will be the right number that still allows me to like watch some TV time, have some, you know, social media time for myself, and reading time, because I have Iron Flame that I need to read, and I need to read it sometime in the beginning of April. So I haven't put that in my schedule yet, so I probably should do that. I hope you got something out of this video, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!